Hello, TJ Tubers. Kaiser Chiefs may have kicked off the new season in impressive fashion, but the former Bafana Bafana captain Bongani Khumalo has urged the Soweto Giants to remain grounded. Amakhosi edged Polokwane City 1-0 at FNB Stadium on Wednesday evening, with new signings Phesihle Ndlovu netting the decisive goal. The victory marked Chiefs' second consecutive league win, lifting them to second place on the Betway Premiership table. With 2 wins on the bounce, optimism is building among the Amakhosi faithful. Chiefs are now one of only 4 teams to have collected maximum points with their opening 2 fixtures, sparking early talk of a title push. However, speaking to Supersports TV's Extra Time, Khumalo cautioned that while Chiefs have shown promising signs, there are still underlying issues to be addressed. It is very good, Chiefs' recent form, but it is important for the players to keep their feet on the ground, Khumalo said. It is a very long season. It is not a cup competition. So, as much as there is joy and there is ease in how they have started, there is still a lot of work to be done. The performance against Stellenbosch was not a great performance, but it was a wonderful result. This time against Polokwane City, the first half was not great, the second half was a lot better. So, there are signs that something is brewing. So, it is important that they remain calm and most importantly, stick together and see it through, Khumalo concluded. Chiefs will be hoping to maintain their momentum in the coming weeks, but Khumalo's words serve as a reminder that consistency, rather than early season form, will ultimately define their campaign. On other news, Premier Soccer League chairman and Orlando Pirates boss Irvin Khoza has responded to mounting criticism regarding the frequent protests that surface at the end of every season, insisting that the attacks on him are misplaced. Known as the Iron Duke, Khoza has increasingly faced blame for the turmoil in South African football, with some supporters pointing fingers at his leadership whenever disputes arise. But speaking to Itiski Times, the veteran administrator strongly rejected suggestions that he is personally responsible. How do they arrive at that? Khoza asked. What informs that? Just because they are supporters and their team is not doing well, they think it is Ivan Khoza. But how do I do that when there's an executive committee of 10 people? There's a board of governors made up of representatives of the 32 clubs, and we have meetings, but there's never a motion of no confidence. So where does it come from? Someone is unhappy and trying to spread lies or diminish my name. Khoza also expressed his frustration with what he sees as a culture of shortcuts in the game. People want shortcuts, and that's dangerous. It's sickening that every time the season ends, there are some skeletons coming out of the closet. But it will always happen because there are people who are creative. Look at how many appeals are done on the same matter. It starts with one club, Leruma, and then the same documents are used by Cape Town Spurs, and then Cape Town City. So we need to really check what is really happening there. The PSL boss stressed that many disputes stem from newer club owners who he believes misunderstand the sacrifices and realities of football. The sad thing is that it is people who are new to the game. It's heartbreaking. That's why we have inductions. We have a 610-page induction document that everyone gets. That's why we put measures in place, he explained. Football is a calling. You get money if there's money being injected from sponsorships. But people come in thinking they'll make money without understanding the sacrifices involved. We are all fans, and sometimes people buy in as fans without really understanding the industry. Recent weeks have seen disputes involving Cape Town City and Marumo Gallants over player eligibility, while Cape Town Spurs has two separate protests against Kruger United and Pretoria Callis dismissed. Both City and Spurs suffered relegation at the end of last season and later attempted to purchase club statuses in order to return to the PSL and NFD, respectively, moves that added fuel to the controversy. While protests continuing to cast a shadow over the league, Khoza's leadership will remain under scrutiny. For now, the Iron Duke has made it clear that he intends to defend both his name and the PSL structures, while the football fraternity waits to see how these challenges will be addressed moving forward. So, football fans, what do you think? Is Ivan Khoza being unfairly blamed, or should he take more responsibility for the drama we keep seeing in the PSL? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your views. Just 2 weeks after parting ways with Kaiser Chiefs, winger Potsane has resurfaced at newly formed Siwelele FC, where he is currently training with the squad. Siwelele, who recently bought the status of Supersport United, has been busy reshaping their team ahead of the 2025-26 campaign. The club obtained Lihlohonolo Siema as head coach and strengthened their squad with signings such as Buhle Mkwanazi, Relebohile Makuane, Wade Lekay, and Thabo Magele. Now their attention has turned to securing Potsane's services. The 31-year-old stint at Chiefs came to an end following recurring injuries and limited game time. His absence from Amakosi's pre-season tour of the Netherlands had already signaled that he was no longer part of the club's future plans. Having previously worked with Siema during his days at Bloemfontein Celtic, Potsane is said to be excited by the prospect of reuniting with his former coach. According to sources, talks between the player and the club are at an advanced stage, with a deal expected to be finalized soon. If the move materializes, it could provide the experienced winger with the perfect platform to revitalize his career and help Siwelele make a strong impression in their debut season. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Thank you.